Open Your Eyes is brought to you by the Belize Bank, our country, your bank, and Smart, bringing people together.
Good morning and welcome to Open Your Eyes.
Start your morning right.
I'm Sabrina Daly.
And I'm Isani Caetano. Good morning.
And good morning, Isani. Happy Thursday. We're at Thursday.
I know we're at Thursday.
Okay, just making
but
sure.
But I woke up this morning and everything outside was grey and damp.
I mean,
so I'd like to say, I'd love to sit here and say Happy Thursday to you with a bright, cheery smile. I don't know how I feel this morning.
No, I will always choose happiness. I mean, I agree. It's certainly damp outside.
At least you're not saying it's a lovely Thursday
But it is
morning.
a lovely Thursday, and I'll keep on saying it. But let me tell you, though, I've been fighting for my life, Isani. You would know that for the better part of this year, I've transitioned to my curls. And so I was embracing the natural hair and all of that. But I've since kind of fallen back on I guess, the hamster wheel of what it means to go and visit the salon every week. I have not permanently straightened my hair. It's only a flat iron or a silk press, some people call it, right?
Things that women do.
During this time of the weather, I be fighting. I can't make my sweat get around anywhere my scalp. The rain like this. Isani, I ran in the work building yesterday with a plastic bag on my head.
I hear you.
Guys, I do not need y'all to see me like that, okay? but it's all in an effort to keep the hair in place and get my money's worth.
Well, the difference between you and I is I don't have any.
No, you
right?
don't wear plastic bags to protect your
No,
hair
I
too? Protect your mole.
Maybe when I was like 7 or 8, then I'd protect my mole. But I'm too old to protect the mole, right?
Well, here's the thing, and that's why I say, you know what, regardless of gloom and rain and anything outside, I'm going to find a way to make it a great day. And so I'm still going to say it's a lovely Thursday.
I love your optimism.
Yeah, it's cooler outside. We've been complaining about the heat also most of this year, so.
Yeah, but I prefer cool, dry, not
dry.
cool, wet and damp. It's miserable.
Yeah, and I do know we've been monitoring the weather, you know, from the Met Service, and it looked generally clear. But all of a sudden, a storm just came. You know, yesterday and most of yesterday, really, it felt like it rained.
Yeah, yesterday was rough.
And so we'll be looking out to see if this is something we can expect for the remainder of the week. I know there's a lot of activities. I know people want to get out and shop this weekend. And so I think truly rain or shine, nobody wants to stop this GST drop reggae jam. Like everybody is still going to go out and shop. Just bring your umbrella, wear your plastic bag on that silk press, regardless.
I'm going to see a lot of women with that hair. It's like a hairnet thing. It's
no, you're not going
right
to see
now.
me. No, you're not going to see me.
Not you, but a lot of women walk around
with what, the bonnet?
I guess. I don't know what it's called.
No.
I call it a shower cap. It's not that.
Ladies, let's not do that, okay? Let's not do that. Let's not wear the bonnet outside.
Yeah.
But let's jump into our What's Buzzing conversations. You would know we have a couple topics that are trending online and in the news. So let's get straight to that. All right. Well, this one, Isani, gives us a bit of hope after the recent tragedy that we have been announcing for the past few weeks, really. You would know, Isani, that we've shared in our news and on various social media platforms the road traffic fatalities that have been taking place over the past few weeks. The more recent one that we shared with the public has been the road traffic accident that took place over the weekend, resulting in up to 10 fatalities. Yeah. We're talking adults, we're talking a 4-year-old even. And these family members, they essentially have to grapple with pulling these finances that in some cases they might not have had to lay their loved ones to rest. One of the things,
in some cases, the family of these victims would have had money set aside, but not for this kind of a tragic event where
around
they're
this
now
time,
burying their loved ones.
We're saving the savings that we might have had would have been for the Christmas holidays, right? And now I imagine they would have had to use that finances, if they even had it, to bury their loved ones, as you rightly mentioned, Isani. One of the things, though, I'm always so grateful to see is how humanity works in these times. We've seen it with the kids from Ocean Academy, where the entire Key-Cocker community and even San Pedro came together. Persons overseas, Stan Creek District came together to raise funds for these kids to continue their treatment at the hospitals. Now, in this case, I'm really, really pleased to mention this one because it really shows the power of humanity and kindness. We were made to understand that there was this gentleman from, I believe it's San Ignacio, and he's affectionately known as Pasihelak. Now, he banded together people from all over the country, including persons internationally, under the hashtag #JustOne. And just $1 ended up putting together over $25,000 for these 10 families. And so yesterday we saw Pasi deliver each of these packets, these yellow envelopes, to these families that lost their loved ones, and giving them just about $2,100 to put towards their funeral expenses. Just absolutely amazing. I have to say kudos to Pasi, kudos to everyone who donated. I understand there was a GoFundMe, there was Venmos taking place, and there's even a video that I want to show you guys just so you can see the effort that he was putting online to really bring people together as well. So we're going to go to that now.
To the other people that we have different boxes stationed throughout Belize. So I have a personal friend that has a Zelle account. She has money in that account. we have a GoFundMe page as well. So this is just the first phase of the donation. So keep in contact with you guys and let you know when we'll do the second phase of the donations. So this package or this envelope has $2,140.50. So this is equally divided between 12 people. Okay? I'm gonna cry.
I'd climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with
You know why this is very, very heartwarming and sentimental? As you mentioned earlier, it speaks to the power of humanity, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times when tragedies happen, for whatever reason, we believe that the families of the loved ones or what have you have it taken care of.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily come forward and make an appeal for any kind of public assistance or whatsoever. But when you find someone who takes up the mantle and says, you know what, let's start some kind of an initiative, a campaign perhaps, to be able to help these people. And in this case, we're looking at 10 victims who passed away as a result of this incident. Raising the money and being able to distribute it in a very, very open and transparent manner speaks to Passy's integrity as an individual, right? Because a lot of times too, you have pledges, you have fundraising activities and what have you, and while there's a sum that may be the target or the goal, people pledge and don't necessarily uphold their end of the bargain. So that when the final count comes in, it's in some cases below what was expected or in some cases above what was expected. But the idea of any kind of initiative such as this is transparency and accountability.
Yeah.
Right? You're trusted with monies that people are pledging and giving towards a worthy cause, and to be able to distribute it equitably and to ensure that the people who need it receive it, again, like I said, speaks to the integrity of this individual.
I think one of the things that also stood out to me is oftentimes when we feel like we want to contribute to a worthy cause, we think it has to be in a grand fashion. But Passy really showed us that it could be as simple as $1, and you could raise just as much as $25,000 by people coming together. I mean, I imagine there were persons contributing more than $1, but I have to say kudos to him for showing that it really just takes $1 for 25 cents, and you can really change the lives and contribute to people in a greater way. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to Benjamin Garcia. I believe that was also an active participant in this initiative, and all the other members that band together from various communities from overseas that contributed. Thank you so much. And I hope to see more initiatives like this, Isani.
Yeah.
I certainly do.
Well
Moving on into our next topic, and still on a light note, Isani, this now I think really will have someone's Christmas the brightest out of everyone after finding out that they won Mega Bingo. The jackpot in just like 2 or 3 weeks after, right? The last one.
Well, the wins have been near consecutive, right? You remember the $500,000 jackpot? That was the one that set it off. And then within a week or two afterwards, another winner. And then a week or two afterwards, a third winner. So they're on a tier, right?
Yeah.
And I'm happy for the 3 winners in this case. I know that the initial winner, a retired police officer, had plans of either building or purchasing his dream home. I can't recall what the second person's plans were to do with the money. But I'm hoping that they put it to good use, and of course it's a time of year where you can enjoy a little bit more. So that $300 ham should be, you know,
that's
high on the list.
Chum change. No, I love when I see things like this happening around this time of the year, happiness being increased. And so I'm just excited for that person. I can't imagine what it feels like. I was telling you,
So here's what
Isani,
we're going to do, right? You and I will make an open pledge that while we've not been buying the Mega Bingo or we've not been buying the Fantasy 5 or what have you, we'll purchase the $1 million ticket.
Oh yeah, you're right. We still have time.
We gotta get in it to win it.
Yes, and that's what I was telling Isani. Every time I see these winnings coming around, whether it's Scratch and Win, Fantasy 5, Mega Bingo, I'm like, darn it, I'll play the next one. And then I never do. And then the next winner comes and I'm like, darn it, I'll play the next one.
But it's a mentality, right? You have to have a shift in terms of the way how you see games of chance and what have you. So it starts with a small little school raffle. Once you get it on that, a bug gets in your ear, in your mind, and you say, okay, let me try for the bigger one.
Here's the thing though, I never really grew up playing any of them. I don't even know how to buy Bolito. I don't even know, I'm sorry. But I encourage anyone who feels like they have that a little bit of luck, strike it, you know, you'll never see. You'll never know.
Yeah.
But our final topic of discussion this morning, and this one I am really excited to share. It's Thursday, so I know you guys might be wondering, where's Paul? Well, Paul has bigger business to handle these days, and that's after welcoming his baby girl yesterday into the world with his wife, Amber, of course. They have just welcomed Seven Lopez into the world, into our Channel 5 family. I am so excited for him.
Yes, yes. So yesterday morning, I was on the morning show with you. So I had a missed call from Paul. And I'm thinking it's assignment related, right? So when we were over with the show, I called him back and say, hey, what's up? Says, I won't be coming in today. I'm like, okay, you won't be coming in today, which would have been the second day he was out. So, okay, what's going on? He says, bro, my wife is going into labor.
Oh my God.
And he was expecting that his daughter would be born within a 12-hour period, as what was told to him. Came by work to pick up his device, and by the time he got back,
baby's here.
He sent the picture of his lovely daughter.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, yes. The joy.
What's your memory like, Isani, of when you welcomed your baby girl? Because you were a girl dad first too, just like Paul.
Proud girl dad, right?
Yeah.
It's one of those feelings that always stays with you. Because in my mind, at the time, I wasn't really sure how I'm going to treat with being a father and what have you. And it becomes very, very instinctive. Like certain things just, once you have that natural love for this child, everything just falls into place. So you just know what you need to do.
Yeah.
Right? And so when my daughter was born, I was at the hospital. We did the whole process, right? And I went home afterwards and I sat down and I told myself, well, this is it. There's no turning back at this point, right? And it's one of those rare moments that I've actually spoken to myself and perhaps answered myself.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
So anybody on the outside would have swore that I'm crazy, but it wasn't really that. It was that coming to terms with the newfound reality.
What did you ask yourself?
I didn't really ask myself anything.
Okay.
I told myself that at this point and from here on, it's a matter of being a permanent fixture in my child's life. Hell or high water. You know the kind of vow that you would make to a love, like a spouse? It's the same vow that you would make for a child once you have that deep love, right? And that's what's guided me through fatherhood.
Wow.
Yeah, same for my daughter, same for my son.
I mean, I remember seeing that picture in the staff group chat yesterday, and you could really see the vulnerability on Paul's face looking at his baby for the first time. And I can only imagine, that's a once in a lifetime experience. You only get that moment once, because after that you watch your baby just immediately start growing.
And if you have another child,
it's
or
a totally
several
different.
children, you already get used to it.
It never feels the same though, I imagine, and I think it's unique to both the mom and the dad, you know. And so I can only send well wishes for Paul and his wife Amber. I know that these are probably the most precious moments, but also really nerve-wracking, probably figuring out how to care for a little human that's only days old into this world. And so All the best, Paul. Give the little girl 7 all the kisses and hugs from your Channel 5 family. I hope you guys looked at that super adorable little Channel 5 onesie. I'm hoping to see a picture at some point.
As by far a little what's buzzing topic on the issue of Paul, he's a spoiler. He's a spoiled sport. The reason being, he should have been on this couch this morning for the continuation of prepping Papa.
Yeah, well, he's got to do it now.
It came before he was able to sit with the doctor who was going to join us later on in the show to talk more about parenting and dealing with very young kids, right?
Yeah, well, exciting times. Oh, and apparently it's not 7, it's 7. Guys, let's not ruin Paul's baby's name right away.
There's already a running joke, but I'll leave that there.
All right, well, that does it for What's Buzzing. If you have any thoughts on either of the topics mentioned, let us know in the comments section. And if you believe that there is a topic that we should be discussing in What's Buzzing, also let us know in the comments section. Moving now into Jingle Tales for our Christmas tradition this year.
I'm Christy, and today I'm going to read Doris by Lo Cole. Being a bright red elephant, Doris is very easy to spot. Can you see her? Of course you can, but Doris is also very shy. What if you were born to stand out, but longed to blend in? This is Doris. She's a little shy. Being a bright red elephant, she's easy to spot. But Doris doesn't like to stand out. It makes her feel uncomfortable. Stop looking at me, she says as she stomps off the page, where she finds herself among a flock of birds looking for worms. Doris is delighted that they hardly noticed her. Can you find her? Nestling up with her feathered friends, she begins to wonder if she's an elephant or an elfinch. But when the birds have had their fill and fly off, Doris is easy to spot. Stop looking at me, she snaps as she marches off the page, where she stumbles into a field full of beautiful wildflowers. Doris merrily mingles with all the bright colors. Losing herself between the blooms, she begins to wonder if she's an elephant or an elephant. But when the petals fall, once again, Doris is easy to spot. Stop looking at me, she mutters as she trudges off the page, where she plops into a pool of shimmering fish. As they swim around her, Doris loves not being the center of attention. Mesmerized by all the fins and tails, she begins to wonder if she's an elephant or an elefish. But when a big fish arrives, all the other fish dart away, and once again, Doris is very easy to spot. Stop looking at me, she shouts. Then Doris splish splashes off to the next page, where absolutely everything is red. Feeling utterly lost, Doris begins to wonder if she's even an elephant at all. When she manages to wade her way out of the redness, once more Doris is easy to spot. Only this time she doesn't mind standing out. So relieved to be herself again, Doris trumpets, "Look at me!" as she skips off to the next page, where she happens upon a huge, bright, blue rhinoceros. "Greetings," said Doris boldly. "Stop looking at me," roars the rhinoceros as he stomps off the page. So Doris is a really interesting elephant. She takes her a while, but she finally becomes comfortable in her own skin and accepts who she is. Because why blend in when you were born to stand out? So next time, we'll be reading Being You, Poems of Positivity.
Such a great message from this morning's Jingle Tales. Moving on now into our weather update from the folks at the Met Service.
Good morning, Belize. Moist and unstable conditions continues to linger over our area. The 24-hour forecast, mostly cloudy to overcast skies, a few showers, periods of light rain, and isolated thunderstorms will be mostly offshore this morning. Then, shore activity will gradually move in and affect mainly coastal and southern areas this evening and tonight. The maximum temperatures for today will reach 77 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 74 inland, and 68 up in the hills. The low temperatures for tonight will be around 70 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 65 inland, and 59 up in the hills. The winds will be from the north-northeast at 10 to 20 knots with higher gusts, and the sea conditions will be moderate to rough. There is a small craft warning in effect for strong gusty winds and rough seas. Operators of small craft are advised to seek safe harbor. A high tide will occur this morning at 8:06, a low tide this afternoon at 1 o'clock, another high tide tonight at 7:08, and another low tide early tomorrow morning at 2:41. The sun will rise this morning at 6:13 and will set this evening at 5:19. The moon will rise this afternoon at 2:54 and will set early tomorrow morning at 4:22. In the sargassum forecast, impacts, if any, from sargassums will continue to be minimal as observation shows little to no sargassum over our area. The outlook for Friday and Friday night, skies will be cloudy at times. A few showers and isolated thunderstorms will affect mostly southern coastal areas Friday morning. Elsewhere, shore activity will be isolated. Then, an increase in shore activity is expected over the country, especially along the coast Friday night. For more details on our forecast, please visit our website at nms.gov.bz. With that, we end this morning's forecast from the Belize National Met Service.
All right, there you have it. Definitely take heed to that weather system that we're still monitoring. Ensure that you wear your sweaters if you are a little bit chillier lately, or also take your umbrellas with you. Moving now into our show lineup, we have a jam-packed show this Thursday morning. And starting things off, we will be joined by Beltrade and 3 winners of the Blaze Awards Gala as they celebrate outstanding Belizean entrepreneurs in business.
Our second segment this morning, we will be joined by Dr. Louis Chulin to discuss parenting through the Christmas break.
In our third conversation, it's all about Digi, and they'll be joining us to spread holiday cheer with their Christmas raffle and exciting promotions.
And of course, our final conversation this morning, we'll be toasting to a Belizean Christmas.
Love that.
Yes.
I love everything about a Belizean Christmas. I'll take the tamales, I'll take the rice and beans, I'll take the rum popa, the black cake, and the white cake. But we got to take our first break, and when we come back, it's all about shining a spotlight on Belize's Trailblazers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
My name is Nayeli Yakab. I'm the coordinator of the Benga House of Culture niche. Before the Belize Bank online service, I had to travel to San Ignacio because we don't have a branch, a Belize Bank branch in our community. Now with the service, I can conduct my transactions at the office, at the comfort of my home, just anywhere in the world. It has made my life much easier. I would recommend the Belize Bank digital services to everyone and anyone. It gives you back your time, it's highly reliable, it's available 24/7, and it just makes your life easier.
Dad, I know you love them all incandescent light, but they like give off a lot of heat, easy for broke, and use more than 5 times the energy. This here, we going LED, okay? Let it go. Okay, let it go.
Making the change to LED this holiday season can make a big difference in your energy usage. Talk to your family about energy management today. Do a little, conserve a lot. Need help? The BEL 24/7 app has tools to get you on the right track. Download today and let's talk energy management.
I'm connected. Yo.
I'm connected.
We're connected.
Create the perfect broadband bundle that fits your style with Smart Connect. With the Junior Bundle, get 50% off your national calls and up to 6 gigabytes of data at no extra cost. Get postpaid added on for an additional cost of only $25 with the Prime Bundle. Stay connected with unlimited smart-to-smart calls, plus 6,300 megabytes of data and free international minutes. For the family, get the Binge Watchers bundle with Netflix add-on for only $28.13 more. This bundle gives you 4 profiles with unlimited streaming on multiple devices. Visit a showroom near you to sign up and personalize your own bundle combination with Smart Connect. Smart, bringing people together.
Belize, get ready. In Your Kitchen, Belize Edition is bringing you simple, healthy, delicious meals made just for you. Join Chef Ainsley and our team of nutritionists as they show you how to turn local favorites into nutritious, tasty dishes. Plus, discover the amazing health benefits of everyday foods right from your kitchen. Join us every Monday at 7:30 p.m. on Channel 5 for healthier cooking that's easy and fun. Brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness, with support from Taiwan ICDF, making healthy cooking a Belizean tradition.
My name is Kenneth Chiak. I'm in Standard 6 and I'm attending United Evergreen Primary School. Thank you, BEL. This is actually the very first time I decided to try something out. Feels good, really good. I'm cruising down the road with wind rushing through my hair, my favorite song playing on the radio. But suddenly, I hear a loud honk and screeching tires. I look up and see a car swerving into my lane. In that moment, everything changes. I can't return to an hour before and reset time. If only I had followed the little slogan a mile back, eyes on the road, mind on the drive. Drive safe to arrive alive. I wouldn't have been here.
I think engaging students in this competition is a great initiative because it gets them to start thinking about safety. It helps them in the critical thinking, and these students are the same students who are going to be our engineers, doctors, specialists. We're most grateful to BEL for the prize money that was won by our student Kenrick Chiak in the competition. That money has been put to good use to buy 10 projectors that we're going to use in the classroom to enhance teaching and learning.
And welcome back to Open Your Eyes. We are having our first conversation this morning, and as we mentioned, it's all about shining a spotlight on Belize's Trailblazers. This morning we are joined by 3 representatives who were awarded in the Beltrade's Blaze Awards Gala. This morning we have here with us Melvin Rikenya. He is a Youth Entrepreneur of the Year representing his business 501R. Also joining us is Jolie Pollard, and she's representing the Great Blue Entrepreneur of the Year with her business, Ikuma. And in the middle is Ronelli Rikenya, and she is representing her business, Zeva Sarai, and you were the Creative Entrepreneur of the Year. Guys, thank you so much for joining us, and welcome, and congratulations too.
Thank you.
So there was an award from Beltrade called the Blaze Awards Gala. You said it was held on the 30th of November. Talk to us about this award gala and how you guys were shortlisted or even nominated to be representing your various fields of work and, of course, being awarded.
So we all know that Beltrade had a road show throughout the year where they went to the different municipalities having their workshops, their
MSME
for the MSME road show, and then they would have the expos at the end of the 2-day workshop. And to culminate, to finish all of that, they have Entracon, which is the entrepreneurial convention. And this year they had the first time they did the gala. They've had the awards before, but this year they did a gala and they announced who the winners were. So they encouraged, it was advertised for entrepreneurs to submit a pitch where they talk about their business and what they do to give back to their community. And also just say why you deserve the award.
So this would have been from Entracon as well. All of that information, learning about the business and then the pitch included is what led to the moment of being recognized at the gala, yes?
No, submissions were earlier. It was before Entracon. So I think it was October. We were to submit the videos, and then I guess it goes through judging, and then you get the email that you were a semi-finalist, and then they announced it at the gala.
So what was the feeling like for each of you guys? You're at the gala. You would not have known at that point that you've been selected as the winner in the respective categories. And then Melvin's name comes up. What was that feeling?
For me, I was quite surprised, to be honest. I didn't expect it. As well, I was sharing the table at the gala with the two other members who were, selected to be the youth awardee. I was quite shocked because I didn't, I saw all the videos going through all these nice pictures and everything, and I was like, but I didn't submit that. I just, pulled out a camera, submitted a short video pitching the idea of what we do, hoping to, be selected, and at the end of the night I was selected, and I was truly humbled. It was a very humble experience.
Did it show a bit, or was it shocking that your business has been so visible that you were able to see other areas that you didn't even submit?
Yes. I mean, I think we nailed that pitch, covering the right aspects that needed to be covered, and we won the award.
I want to really quickly touch on 501R. We have some of your products here on display. What is 501R?
So 501R is a family business, and we operate as beekeepers, providing various services, pollination, honey production, byproducts, and we've been in business for the past four years, and it has been very, very successful. I mean, the demand is so high that I was only be able to brought 2 jars of honey.
What's the R in 501R?
It's for the surname, the family
Rekena.
name, which represents Rekena, and the 501R, which represents our beautiful country of Belize.
All right.
What part of the country are you from?
The Toledo district, specifically San Pedro, Colombia village. Yeah.
All right.
Well, let's take it over to Jolie Pollard, and she was the Great Blue Entrepreneur of the Year, representing her business, Ikuma. Now, you might be wondering, how does she have such luscious, beautiful, curly hair? Well, maybe Ikuma could help you with that, yes?
Yeah. I think one of the things I enjoyed most about that award show is I finally got to show my curls being so voluminous. They were dry. I had styled them early that morning, so by nighttime they were big and juicy. Yeah, I just took a shower earlier, so it's not my ideal look. But
It's still very defined, though. But I want to talk about the Great Blue Entrepreneur of the Year and what that award represents.
It means a lot to me. This is something, this is a business that I started 5 years ago, and I've just been bootstrapping it, just going at my own pace. It's a solo venture. So you know, it was so great to see my pitch video on display for people in attendance to watch, because, you know, it's your story and not everybody knows your story. So yeah, it gives an opportunity for people to see like the work that you've put in and what inspired you to create your product, and how it's been impacting your customers, and you know, and what we all share similarly. It's like how we're contributing to our local economy with what we do.
Talk to us about well, both of us want you to talk to us
about the product, about Ikuma.
Yeah. Oh yeah, wow, loaded question, but I'll just tell you, so for the past 5 years I've focused on 2 things, which I know is not the usual way of doing cosmetics in Belize. We tend to want to create so many different products. So what I've done is just try and master 2 things, and that are very personal to me. It's just a 2-step solution that addresses a lot of the issues that we face as people with curly textures. So I live in Placencia. I was doing a lot of open water swimming, so I was being affected by salt water. You know, it's drying out your hair, so I was trying to address that, but I was like, oh no, we have high humidity. How can I make my curls last all day long? So that's why there is also a curl formation gel system. But what makes these products really special is that they're both formulated with seaweed, and not just any seaweed,
and
but
is that the
Belizean
blue in
seaweed.
the Blue Entrepreneur?
Exactly. So from day one, this has been a project that has been made with our locally regenerative seaweed, and it was when I first started, I used to buy it directly from the pioneer seaweed farming himself, Mr. Japs Godfrey in Placencia. So there was a very special bond with seaweed and this industry. That's a big part of the story in this brand, and that I try to keep prominent as we go forward.
I think for me, what immediately stood out about your business when I was first introduced to it a few years back was that ingredient, seaweed. Us here in Belize, we associate seaweed with the drink. You know, the beverage that you can make in various flavors, but we never thought about it being used as a hair product. And so I have to say kudos for you for being so innovative in coming up with something like this that has obviously been successful, that we can see real results in just the hair that you wear on a daily basis. But let's take the conversation over to Ronelli. Now, Ronelli is no stranger to the entrepreneur space. And if you're wondering why is her product not on display, she might be wearing it. You might have it in your closet. It might be at the stores on sale as well.
Designer extraordinaire.
Exactly. We have Ronelli Rekena in the house, and she is the Creative Entrepreneur of the Year. I believe very deserving of this. She was also representing us at the recent event and benefit for the Cancer Society, yes, which is Flavors of the Jewel, where we saw your products, your clothing on display. Let's talk about you being recognized at the Blaze Awards Gala.
Like everybody else, I think I signed up. I submitted very late on the last minute. You know, I have so much things that I want to express, but in like 2 minutes, like how do you put all the work that you have done throughout this whole time? And I did it and I submitted it, and what was special about this event is that my mom was there. Usually we have very different schedules and it's different parts of the district, but I'm like, Mom, I would really want you to come, please come, let's make time. And we arranged and we attended the gala together. So when my name was called out, I got a bit emotional there, which I usually don't. But it was very special, and I dedicated it to her for supporting along the journey when I decided to be went from a normal job into jumping into the entrepreneurship journey. She was one of the first ones, and like, you don't worry, we're gonna trust the process. Whatever you need, I will be there. And any entrepreneur out there, you guys know that it takes a whole village to make a business successful. It's been a heck of a year for my business. We've been doing so much, from Name Belize, from Flavors of the Jewel, creating the amazing costume for Miss Belize, for Miss Universe, and now, to end off the year and preparing me for 2025.
I think we're all seeing what success as an entrepreneur can look like, but oftentimes, and you kind of alluded to it, Ronelli, we only see the end product, which looks very successful, but we don't understand the hardship and the grit and the special that it takes to be an entrepreneur. You guys have to be problem solvers, and regardless of what that problem is, you have to solve it, because you don't have that paycheck that will come the 15th and the ending.
Yes.
Talk to us about that level of drive and ambition and perseverance that you have to be an entrepreneur, to be successful, and then, in the end, hopefully being recognized in this way. Because there's a lot of successful entrepreneurs that we don't know about, but it takes also being so proud of the work that you do to put yourself out there. Talk to us about that. Let's begin with you, Melvin.
Well, for me, one, you have to love what you do. You have to have that passion, that drive. I mean, if you're doing it just for a paycheck, from my point of view, it wouldn't be something successful. You have to have that passion, that drive. You have to have the support, like Ronelli said, your family, parents especially. They will always be there no matter what, believing in that journey.
Even if they didn't in the start? Because a lot of our parents, they want us to be, the 8 to 5 girl and guy.
Exactly. However, with that supportive foundation, you can be successful. And the wider community supporting us as well. So.
How was the experience for you?
Oh, wow. It's great that we're talking about this, because Renelia and I just returned from Jamaica. We were there for a women's entrepreneurship conference held by WIPO, the World Intellectual Property Organization. This was something that we all talked about together as women from the Caribbean and Africa, and we have so many shared experiences. But when I was there, I told them this, there have been many times on this journey where I just had no money in my bank account. And sometimes I live in Placencia and people would be like, we don't see you anywhere. Do you still live here? I was like, I can't go out because I can't spend money. If you're driven by money and you feel like, I think one of the things that we can really struggle with is a certain age. We feel like we're supposed to be a certain way. So I'm close to 40. So I've had many times in my 30s where I am so broke and I can't do anything, and it's a horrible feeling. You feel like a failure. But I think what makes us who we are is that even in those moments, I'm just like, well, but I'm not going to do anything else. I'm still going to do it. I'm still clinging on to this idea.
That's
even
all
though
part of the journey, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that anyone ever embarked on a journey to self-actualization and not experience some of the challenges and hardships. It's not an overnight success story. Most of those don't really last.
I call it character building. If you're able
for the plot.
If you're able to pass through all of that and you succeed and you say, you know what, you have a story to tell, and all the scratches that you get along the way, makes you stronger, and also you have that experience. Like I always say, it doesn't matter how successful your business is if you're not able to give back. Either in knowledge, either of your time. So all of that there molds you into, you know, you are the strong, resilient entrepreneur, and at the end of the day, you're able to pass on that. So, you know, someone else is not doesn't have to pass through those hardships. You make it a little bit easier for someone else along the way. So it all at the end of the day is worth it. You know, and you have a great story to tell after.
My question for you, Ronelli, in your line of work, how do you remain relevant in a small market like Belize, where designers come and go? We've heard all the names and then we don't hear about them anymore. How do you remain at the forefront of this conversation?
It evolves. It changes. It changes with as I get older. You know, I think that's one of the main reasons I've been able to still keep up. I love the word keep up with everything, because with all the trends, especially fashion. Today it's one and then tomorrow it's not there. So I've made it into a brand that grows with me, first of all. You know, I started, Sabrina could tell you, we started with the baby clothes, and then I finally gave in to doing wedding dresses. And now I would like to say mastered the wedding dresses. Now I'm tapping into my Belizeanness, into the Belizean identity, and now making it into a movement where we bring other creatives. How can we tap into our Belizeanness, our culture, what makes us, and I love that we're Central American, we're Caribbean, so we have different flavors. So I feel like that is how, as a business, you're able to stay relevant, always evolving. Like we're not the same person that we were last year. That's true. The same thing with your business. How can you make it a bit different, and at the core, still stay true to yourself?
And so we're essentially wrapping up 2024 on a high note for you guys. Or, I mean, we might be looking at this celebration and wondering, you know, does it go up from here? What's the plan for you guys after this? What's 2025 looking like? Let's begin with you, Mr. Rikenya.
2025 is going to be a very interesting year.
How so?
Yes. I mean, because the line of work we do, we are beekeepers, and with climate change and all of this stuff, it's going to be a very interesting year for us. We either can have a high or a low. I mean, depending on what the climate has for us. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting. There'll be challenges, but however, we have survived 5 years, survived COVID, so we definitely can survive climate change.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be interesting.
For me, continuing to bring that experience that we see online, you know, that special feeling that the brides want to have, or any person that wants that beautiful dress. I like to call it the say yes to the dress experience.
I called you our fairy godmother with clothing in our story that we did, I think, like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yes. So how can we keep on bringing that experience that we see outside in Belize, so that our clientele, our Belizeans, don't even have to think about leaving or buying anything that's imported. He could tell you that, she could tell you that. You know, how can we make our brand, well, my brand, go keep on elevating to the point where it does, when you want a dress, make it in Belize. It doesn't have to be from Ronelli, but from a local designer.
And you, Jolie, what's the plan for 2025?
You know, I feel a great deal of responsibility with the award. I feel like it's like pushing me to step up and elevate myself and my business. I mean, this has been a solo venture for 5 years, and just like connecting with her recently on a trip, it felt so good to connect with another entrepreneur who has so much energy and who's, you know, so positive. And I've realized that I need more people like this around me. So I you know, if there are any solopreneurs out there who can feel really alone. I mean, you know, I'm in a lab by myself. I'm making these things. I'm doing everything, doing the marketing, you know, talking to customers, and sometimes you feel alone. And I think it's very important to make these connections. We have some incredible people in Belize And sometimes living in a beach destination like where I am in Placencia, sometimes as a Belizean, and we're struggling with a lot of trauma in that community, where in just the past few years we've had to see so much change, where people feel a sense of displacement. People might feel a sense of they feel left out, and as we see just a huge influx of expats moving in and buying property. And so to build a business in a place like that gives me a lot of autonomy and a feeling of rebellion in a sense, in a way, like maybe I can do this, maybe one day I can be on an equal playing field, maybe I can give back to my community, because it's unfortunate when these are the people that we are looking at to give back. You know, it's the expat, it's the foreign investor who can donate lights to the field, or you know, and sometimes as locals we feel disempowered when we don't have the capital to do that.
Yeah.
And so I see Ikuma means, it's very personal to me in that regard.
At any point in time, did either of the three of you access the services that Beltrade has to offer?
I was just going to tap into that. How can we close this beautiful conversation with Beltrade? I've been a part of Beltrade for quite some time. Since 2018, I want to say. I was one of the alumni, I would say, from the first FEP program, the Female Entrepreneurship Program. And I must say I felt the same way she did. I was very, very alone. I didn't know what to do. And when I joined the FEP program and did all the entire session with Beltrade, all the information, I loved it, the networking. They're amazing at that, bringing together all these entrepreneurs and mentors that you can meet, and they are so inviting and so resourceful. Anything that you need, best believe you could reach out to any of the mentors. And the Beltrade staff, how can we forget the advisors? I had Miss Lorraine. Up to today, I still meet Miss Lorraine, and she's so eager to catch up with how can we, what have you been doing? And that's the Beltrade family in a whole. They're always there to help, always wanting to know where your business is at now, because if any opportunity comes up, I know this person that would, that we could tap into, that would take advantage of it. For me, I have nothing but a positive experience with the Beltrade family.
I would love to interject here, because when I first started my business, I was so reluctant to join Beltrade. I have a journalism background. I'm a little feisty. Over the years, I've been very critical of the government and different political players, and so I used to kind of look at it as a political organization, because I knew it was affiliated with government, and I always wanted to remove myself from bodies like that. And so I gave in. I went to one of the road shows, and what I found that I really appreciated was that the people in that organization are truly just earnest people trying to help business people. They don't care what your affiliation is. You could be as critical of government as you want. It doesn't matter to them. And I think, and that's something that, as somebody who's approaching 40, I interned with Channel 5 many years ago, actually, when I was in college. I see Belize evolving in a way where people are starting to be recognized for what they're doing, and regardless of who their family is, or I don't come from an aristocratic, influential family in Belize, and so to be recognized for my work, it makes me feel good, because I know this is my work, and you're telling me I'm doing a good job, and I appreciate that. So I understand where some people might be a little cynical. I would say give them a try, especially if you're feeling alone. You need help like this, and reach out. These people are here working to help you. You can't lose.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And your experience?
For me, wonderful. The networking has been very amazing. I mean, that gala allowed me to connect with a lot of individuals. Being the first time, interacting with Beltrade, it's been very, very positive, and hats off to them, and continue doing the great job.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations once again, guys. We can't wait to continue seeing the work that you will be putting out in 2025. Of course, we have been following each of your individual journeys, and so we can't wait to see what's next.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we'll take a quick break now, and when we come back, the conversation switches into parenting through the Christmas break.
Hermine Vega. El Patio Grill has been using Belize Bank for over 25 years. We only use Belize Bank at our restaurant. That's why we were able to win this trip to Europe. I had never been to Europe. We found out it was Madrid and we were excited and we went to this football match. The teams reached before the game and everybody was just outside, you know. You can't explain it. The noise just roared like 3 blocks down the street, but when you got in there and you saw 70,000 people in there, that was amazing. I couldn't believe it was happening. I had to pinch myself to make sure it was real, you know, because it's a one-in-a-lifetime experience, I'd say. My lucky plus one was my son. He's 18 years old, so he was really excited and he enjoyed it as well. He said it's his best trip ever, so it's a priceless experience that we got. Belize Bank has always been there for me. Whatever transactions or whatever I need to do, they're always there for me. I would recommend everybody to use Belize Bank. It's the oldest bank in our country and they continue to do their best.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
Technology is ubiquitous, and it's transforming how, when, and where we work. Fulltech Systems is placing award-winning devices in the hands of information workers, allowing them to work without compromise in a world without wires, to innovate, create, and to maximize productivity anytime, anywhere, satisfying the needs of the desk-centric remote and field worker and every other worker in between. We are providing the industry's best devices to businesses going through the process of digital transformation. Partner with us today to provide the solutions that will allow your employees to work effectively and efficiently to enhance your customers' experience. Fulltech Systems, your technology center, where you'll come for the price but stay for the service.
La formación del Centro Neurológico del Hospital Galenia es que esas enfermedades que son altamente complejas y que muchos de nuestros pacientes tenían que emigrar hacia otra parte de la República u otra parte de México, ahora pueden ser atendidos aquí.
La atención quirúrgica en el centro neurológico se forma dentro de un grupo multidisciplinario que incluye tanto neurólogos, médicos internistas, ortopedistas, neurocirujanos, pediatras. Y este esfuerzo que se ha realizado para conjuntar todos los especialistas es para siempre brindar al paciente un abordaje multidisciplinario y transversal.
Evidentemente, mientras más rápido podamos llegar al diagnóstico de los pacientes, más rápido podemos tratarlos, resolverlos y por ende mejor resultado vamos a tener al final. Entonces creo que la prioridad y el fundamento principal de un proyecto como este es justamente eso, que no se pierda tiempo de forma innecesaria para poder al final del día llegar al mejor de los resultados con un tratamiento completo, integral y oportuno.
Y las visiones desde diferentes perspectivas nos permiten tener pues el mejor tratamiento y la mejor opción para el paciente.
Tenemos la capacidad técnica, operativa, profesional y la infraestructura de poder establecer una atención neurológica de alta calidad.
Christmas time, a Channel 5 bringing joy to Belize. From the news desk to the great outdoors, we've been working to give you more. From morning shows to breaking news, serving the truth is what we choose. Oh, Channel 5, I'm on your side. Through every storm, we're your guide. We with laugh, debates, and moments true. We share Belizean life with you. So raise your voices, Christmas cheer. We've got big plans for the coming year. Together we thrive, here's to Channel 5. Let's keep the magic of hope alive. We've got goals that shine so bright, like a Christmas star on a silent night. More content, stories, and tech upgrades. Oh, Channel 5, we're here to stay.
And welcome back. We have been joined for a second conversation this morning by Dr. Louis Chulin. He is the head of the pediatric ward at the Carl Huchner Memorial Hospital. Good morning, Dr. Chulin.
Good morning, Doc.
Good morning.
Greetings.
Yes.
Season's greetings to you all, and thank you for the opportunity that you have given us on this wonderful chilly weather.
Yes. It's nice
Is
and
it
nippy.
busy for you at the pediatric ward this time of year?
It is very busy at this moment, and our pediatric ward at this moment is, we could say, at full capacity regarding with the flu.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Respiratory.
It's flu season.
It's flu season, and we have a lot of babies admitted regarding the flu.
Unfortunately,
go ahead.
I was going to say, unfortunately, in cases like this, adults and kids, they get them. The kids either get it from the adults or the adults get it from the kids. Perhaps we can start off with what are the signs to look for if we need to take our kids to the pediatric ward during flu season?
Yes. I always tell parents that it's not only when you see your child sick. No, it's very important for annual visits to do a general checkup so that you can be oriented as to what to look for when your child is healthy and when your child is sick. So for example, now what we are seeing that normally children start with the basic flu symptoms like a runny nose, mild coughing, which initially starts like a dry cough, and on occasions it might give fever. But as this infection progresses, it can give more fevers, the coughing worsens as well, and other symptoms like vomiting or diarrhea may arise as well.
So we're here to talk primarily about parenting during the Christmas season. And there's quite a lot that we can get into in terms of this particular conversation. I want to begin with children and the kinds of foods that they're consuming during this time of year. It's festive, we have candy cane, we have black cake, we have all of these other things. Yes. What would be your advice in terms of parents sort of monitoring what their kids consume based on everything that they can find at home or when they go over to a friend's house and what have you?
Yes, this is very important as well, that we normally give orientations on regular visits as well. Sugars is one of the most consumed foods everywhere. And this is where we as pediatricians and as probably general practitioners as well would give orientations to the parent as to not to give your child excess sugars, okay? Because in a way, sugar is already bad for our health. And in these times of festivities, like you mentioned, lots of cakes, candy canes, sodas, they tend to increase in consumption of this. And then this is where a problem might arise. Then the parents come and tell us, oh, my baby doesn't want to eat, my child doesn't eat the regular vegetables and fruits. And I always tell them that the children, yes, they are eating, but we have to see what they're eating. So if they're consuming a lot of sugary foods, of course, when it's time for their regular breakfast, lunch, or dinner, they won't have that much appetite.
The thing is, though, Doc, I mean, even the adults, they find it hard to avoid consuming all the sweets during the holiday season. And so if we could paint a picture of what would be an adequate amount of sweets that kids should be consuming in general, what would you say that is?
I don't recommend.
None at all.
None at all.
Yeah.
Sugar is bad at any amount as well. Okay, so I always tell them avoid as much sugar consumption. So I don't go and tell them, oh, it's a teaspoon or a small piece of cake. No, I tell them not to consume as well.
Well, there are natural sugars in fruits and other types of starchy food as well. So I imagine we can't avoid sugar entirely.
Exactly.
But I guess it's more processed foods that we're essentially avoiding it from that. Yes.
Exactly. Yes.
Well, let's get into other areas that we can ensure that our kids are at their best selves during the Christmas holidays. We know that there's going to be an overconsumption of food. Sweets we might not be able to avoid so much, but we can control the amount. But there are other ways that we also have to ensure that our kids are cared for. When we think of Christmas, we also think of these popping hazardous items around the place. Firecrackers.
Exactly.
What are your advice to parents, Doc, when it comes to firecrackers and protecting your kids? What's the worst case scenario that you can see? I mean, we just had a kid that we reported on the news, I think it was like a week or 2 weeks ago, that had to get stitches in his leg because of a firecracker.
Exactly. All of these fireworks are very dangerous as well, no? And I always tell parents, it's best not to buy these types of fireworks as well, because kids will always be kids. They will always be there to want to explore, want to do things, even though us as parents will tell them try or not to do it, they will go ahead and do it. No, so it's in the end we just have to avoid to buy it for them as well.
What is the perhaps most common case that you as a pediatrician experience this time of year when parents come in with children?
The most frequent, we can, traumas will always happen. Normally when school closes and these types of seasons, holiday seasons, we see minor scrapes, we see minor head traumas, the kids going into the trampolines, going to the bouncy houses, weekends in the park, they will always have these types of minor injuries, head bumps, simple head traumas, we call it as well. No? On other occasions, we as well see broken hands. Well, that would be mostly to the orthopedic, that would see if there's any fractures in the hands or any other limb as well. And seasons, this especially that many parents are cooking, now we see burns as well. Going back to the fireworks as well, we are seeing first degree, second or third degree burns as well. And just recently, a mom took her toddler, a 2-year-old, to the clinic because she was cooking beans and she had a small oven, and the child, because I always said children will always want to explore. So the child wanted to see what mom was doing.
Probably hit the pot right over.
Yes, the whole stove came down. And luckily, the child only got burnt on one of the limbs. So those are one of the main causes that we're seeing.
That speaks to a certain degree of parental supervision in and around the household. I could understand when accidents happen, they're never planned for. It's called an accident for a reason.
Exactly.
But if you're in a controlled environment, you should be very, very careful in terms of what your children are doing in and around that space. For a mother in a kitchen preparing beans, right, and a small stove, the last thing you want is a child in that space.
Exactly.
Because it only takes a split second for something to happen, right?
Exactly.
You could turn around and reach for something, and the next thing you know, the entire pot with the beans is on the child, right?
Yes.
What would your advice be in that kind of a scenario where you're in a small space? It doesn't have to be a kitchen. Maybe it's in the living room and the child is darting around on a skateboard or what have you.
Yes. It's best to always have somebody to be on the lookout for kids, especially certain ages, no? Especially infants that are already crawling, toddlers that are starting to walk or are already walking. Like I mentioned, these kids they just want to explore. I always tell parents to have somebody else to be on the lookout for these kids as well, you know, especially if they're doing these types of cooking.
You know, when I think about Christmas times, I also think about this decorative season where households are decked with all these items on display. And a lot of times these could be hazardous. They could be choking items for kids. So what would you recommend, or what's the line between enjoying the festive season and decorating the household that we know the kids enjoy, but also ensuring their safety and not picking up these little items when you're not looking, playing with the little, what do you call the Christmas items under the tree?
Yes, the nativity scene.
The nativity scenes that are sometimes glass, grabbing on things from the Christmas tree itself. What is your advice to parents when it comes to that?
I always tell them, always ensure, apart from the stuff that you put on the Christmas trees, the outlets as well, because
I was just about to go. You read my mind, Doc.
Yes, kids
Christmas lights and plugging stuff in and out.
Exactly,
yes.
And kids, as mentioned before, they want to see what happens.
How does it work?
Exactly. How does this work? They really don't have that mind into thinking about the danger, so they would be pushing in anything that they have in their hands or even their own fingers. They would just push it. And I always tell parents, don't say, oh, my child won't do it.
Or he knows better.
He knows better. They don't know, and they will try to do all of these things as well. So yes, I tell them they have the protectors, the outlet, they have this little plastic that they could protect them, the outlets, avoid as well. With trees, they could have a little fence covering the Christmas trees, because kids will go and pull as well, and the tree can fall on them.
Yeah, that's true.
No? And as you mentioned, the tiny ornaments, kids will always tend to grab and put stuff in their mouth.
So I'll share with you a fairly recent experience that I've had. I have a 5-year-old son, and I've learned not to keep any beads, marbles, or any small items like that around the house, simply because you never know when that child picks up that small little item and inserts it in the mouth or the nose or in the ears, and you won't see it right away. It's until it becomes very uncomfortable for the child that you realize, okay, something is in the nose or in the ear or what have you. And it's one of those things that it doesn't matter how careful you are or can be. It happens, as I've mentioned earlier, in a split second, right? And then you, the parent, now are left to go to the emergency room with the child. You're not necessarily sure what is going on. You just know that the child is crying in pain or what have you. It's a frightening experience if you don't know what you're dealing with. Indeed. What would your advice be in terms of, as we've mentioned, those small little like marbles and
decorative items,
beads and stuff like that? Yes.
Always, especially when giving gifts, the child will receive gifts. If you notice, well, for one, you can tell your family members to give the gifts for the age range as well, especially avoiding those tiny cards or tiny beads, especially if it's an infant or a toddler. Yes, the funny about this is unwrapping the gifts, but if you notice that they are very tiny objects, do not leave the child with this gift, because like you mentioned, it can happen in a second, and the child, and we have many cases about the same situation, that kids, they don't tell their mom or daddy, so until a couple of days, when you even begin to smell something and the child begins to cry of discomfort, and then we can see beads up their nose or in their ears as well.
Wow. Well, as we wrap up this conversation, Doc, let's do something really quickly and give 5 tips. 5 tips from Dr. Chalin to better care for your kids during the holiday season. Any 5 things that you think are most important that our parents or guardians should remember when caring for their kids?
Yes. One, we should, as parents, have a general checkup on your child for many reasons as well. 2, vaccinations. We have to have our vaccinations updated, especially with this flu season. We have a high morbidity rate now of the flu seasons. 3, yes, avoid overconsumptions of sweets, of junk foods as well. Because then that will as well affect the baby's growth and weight as well. And most of the time we as parents think that chubby, fat baby is a healthy baby.
Or cute.
Or cute, yes, which on the contrary is wrong as well, no? Yeah. And 4, make sure, yes, that the lights, the Christmas trees, the ornaments are appropriately placed on, if the child is an infant and crawling or starting to walk, to have those types of materials far from their reach. And as well, liquids as well. We tend here to put certain types of liquids in known bottles that the child will remember that, oh, this is a juice or this is a Coke. Yeah. Avoid putting those types of bad liquids in those types of bottles as well.
Yeah, well,
keep the rum bottle far away.
Yeah, don't
be
putting your
might not be able
rum
to discern what is.
Yes,
yeah, not true.
Don't be putting your rum popo in a soda bottle.
Exactly.
Well, Doc, thank you so much for joining us. These are certainly helpful tips, and I'm hoping that our parents will use it adequately to ensure that their kids have a safe Christmas season as well. Thank you so much for joining us, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you as well, guys.
All right, we're going to take a quick break now, but when we come back, we'll be toasting to a Belizean Christmas. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Take control with My Social Security, your secure online account to manage all your Social Security information. To create a My Social Security account, you must be 14 years or older and have a valid email address. Visit the My Social Security self-service portal at ssbportal.org.bz. Click on Create Account. Enter your date of birth and phone number. Next, verify your email address to continue. To verify, simply enter your email address and click the Send Verification button. Enter the verification code sent to your email inbox to proceed. Next, create a password that meets the requirements. Enter the name and select a reason for your account. Then click Create. Your My Social Security account was successfully created. Your information security is our priority. If you have a Social Security number, click Link My SSN to link your Social Security number to your account and activate using the steps in your confirmation email. If you do not have a Social Security number, click Register with SSB. You are now ready to truly experience Social Security at your fingertips.
Have you ever seen certain people and wondered, now, where they get so much money from? Well, the truth is sometimes it's legit and sometimes it's not. You might be envying what other people have, but you don't know what they did to get it. Under the new Civil Asset Recovery and Unexplained Wealth Act, suspected criminals will have to prove that their income and assets came from legitimate sources. And if they can't prove it, the authorities can ask the court to confiscate their assets. The legislation looks at the connection between the asset and the offense and not the person. So the fancy cars, the jewelry, even property could be turned over to the state. These assets could then be used to compensate victims or for other social objectives like rehabilitating drug users, educating the public, and supporting the work of law enforcement. Additionally, under the new law, a conviction is not needed to confiscate the targeted assets, as long as the suspected criminal can't prove how they accumulated their wealth. The authorities can ask the court to confiscate their assets. Civil asset recovery legislation equips authorities with a new tool to tackle property gained from hard-to-investigate offenses such as corruption, drug trafficking, and fraud. So help us in reporting suspicious financial transactions and unexplained wealth. Let's take the money out of crime. This message was brought to you by the Financial Intelligence Unit and the U.S. Embassy, Belmopan.
gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connection. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
Mikado! Mikado! Mikado!
This Friday, the 13th, Mikado is offering a real throat slashing on prices. Come and get a great deal this Friday the 13th. Don't miss our massive Black Friday this weekend, Friday the 13th. All our prices will be peeled to their bones. Come downtown to Mikado at number 37 Albert Street and get awesome deals on all our items this Friday the 13th.
Jason, please let me go. Let me go, please, Jason. I am going. Spare me. I must head to Mikado now for the Friday the 13th sale.
I have slashed the prices at Mikado. Now go take advantage of the low prices this weekend, Friday the 13th. Go now.
Mikado, your textile powerhouse. Centrally located at 37 Albert Street, Belize City.
This Christmas, get into the joy with Uno Fuels. Imagine winning a shiny motorcycle, a brand new 50-inch TV, or grocery coupons to make your holiday shopping easier. The surprises keep coming. All you have to do is visit Uno, and for every $25 on fuel, you'll get a coupon. Fill out and participate. Get a coupon for each quart of Uno lubricants or 2 for a gallon. Visit your nearest Uno gas station today, fill your tank, and drive into Christmas cheer with Uno. Uno, a brand committed with the future.
For 15 years, Oceana Belize has proudly stood alongside the people of Belize, protecting our marine habitats, safeguarding livelihoods, and ensuring that the beauty of our Caribbean Sea endures for future generations. Together, we've achieved incredible victories, safeguarding habitat from the inherently dangerous and destructive offshore oil development to increasing the use of selective fishing gear to reduce overfishing, advocating for a sustainable future for all Belizeans.
We want to always be able to fish. Oceana listened to us and made sure our voices were heard by the decision makers.
Being a wave maker has shown me the power we have when we come together for something bigger than ourselves.
I am proud to be part of a team of dedicated Belizeans who wholeheartedly believe in the people of Belize and the right to a healthy, thriving ocean.
But our work is far from done. So many challenges confront the Caribbean Sea, from the existential threat of climate change to insidious illegal fishing. Together, we will continue fighting to protect the people, Alawi, who depend on the beauty and bounty of our waters. With your support, we look forward to the next 15 years, committed to empowering communities, safeguarding marine ecosystems, and creating a future where both people and special places thrive. We're proud to stand with you for our Belize, land of the free by the Caribbean Sea.
Welcome back, guys. This is our third conversation for the morning. And although it's not Friday, and we know that Friday is all about small business highlighting, Paul would be here and he would say that it's Friday Junior. And so on this Thursday morning, we are highlighting Mon's Pastries. And of course, this no stranger to you guys here on the morning show. Monique Burgess was just here last week on Gimme 5 talking about some sweet treats that you guys can try using some of her favorite ingredients. Well, now she's back again in her own capacity as an entrepreneur, highlighting her business. Monique, welcome back.
Thank you guys for having me.
Good morning. Good morning.
Absolutely amazing to be back on set with you guys.
Now, I'll tell you guys, I had the rompopo last week, and it was good with a T at the end. And of course, we also had your black cake. And I told you that black cake is one of my favorite Christmas treats. I prefer black cake over white cake. I think black cake is superior to all the cakes, Isani. And so you came back with the cakes.
Yes,
exactly. But you came back with black cake, white cake, cheesecake, and lemon pie.
Yes. There we go.
Talk to us about your business. This isn't your first year highlighting this, but you're just showing us for the first time.
Yes, so actually I started off last year, December. I started off small with just the rompopo. When it comes to like the baking, I got my inspiration basically from when it comes to the black cake and white cake, specifically my grandmother. Remember I told you that?
You told us.
Very traditional, right?
Yes, growing up watching her do it, doing it with her gave me that, how to say, that love for it. And then when it comes to the other pastries, that's my mom. You know, me and her, we used to do a lot of baking together. So I got the love from family members around me. And this year I got even more support from family and friends. So they pushed me to actually, bring it out full force this year completely now.
Let's talk about your black cake.
Yes.
Since it's something that was handed down by your grandmother, right? Is there anything special that you do with your black cake that would perhaps separate it from anybody else's black cake this time of year?
Well, I'm not so sure. I know my grandma used the basic stuff, your wood done butter. Can't go without that. Back then, it used to be the Ruby Rich, but it's no longer that. So we use the red label in there now, along with a little bit of the baking powder. Like where Granny always say, "You soak it in a liquor."
Yes. Can't go wrong, right?
You know, as I told you guys, I love black cake, and over the years, I've had quite a lot of black cake every year, and I know that there's sometimes it's a hit or a miss. People either make it dry or they make it too wet, but there's like the in between that's perfect. What's the trick to that?
You just have to know the perfect balance of the liquids that you're putting on your rompopo. You can't over soak your rompopo not your rompopo, the black cake the first time, because then it will become brittly, like brittle, where it starts breaking up as soon as you're trying to take it out of the pan. So you soak it like just the right amount for the first time, and then sometimes people put up their black cakes and stuff like that.
Top it up.
Every so often you take like I would say probably like a quarter cup of the rum and just drizzle it over the top to keep that moistness in.
What I also love about black cake and Christmas cake in general, it's one of those magical cakes that you can have for a long time.
Yes.
What's the trick about that allows you to preserve it?
It's just keeping it moist, like I said, with the rum, and keeping it in an area like a refrigerated area, so that it stays together.
Is there a particular kind of rum that you would suggest?
So for the black cake, it's the red label.
Okay.
So that's the one that you use for the black cake, and then for the white cake, you would probably use the Kingston 62 rum, or any rum that you prefer, any gold rum.
And we also have white cake here. We have it looks like fruit and fruitless.
Yes.
Okay.
So I brought both on the show as well, because of course you have some people that prefer their cakes with fruits, and then you have some people as well that don't like the fruits in their cake. So
do you like fruit or no fruit? You'll take
I
anyone?
like raisin, some nuts in there. Some
full
almonds,
works.
Full works. Full
yes.
works.
Well,
strong too, though, right?
Okay. You want to get drunk off your slice of cake?
No, not necessarily drunk. I want to set it off.
You want to feel it as the first slice.
I mean, I love it. I love it. But you also have some other items here that you're also known for. We have some yummy cheesecake and even a lemon pie.
Yes.
Talk to us about that.
So, like I said, this section here is my mom. My mom is there near to me. And we used to always be making cheesecake for my dad, because he's a lover of cheesecakes. So the cheesecake was made with the Philadelphia cream cheese and the Dutch Lady condensed milk. So those are the two items that are involved in the cheesecake. Here I'll top it off with our blueberry topping.
Lovely.
Looks yummy from here.
And then you also have a pie, lemon pie. I love lemon pie.
Yes, I know a lot of people that do love lemon pie. These are for people that, you know, you have some people that don't want the black cake for Christmas or don't want the white cake for Christmas. These are other alternatives that you can go to for that dessert after your turkey dinner.
Good stuff. Let's talk about your
I was going to say what we're all here for. The rum popo, the famous rum popo. We had this last week, guys, and I wish I could have missed it behind the scenes because it was like Hunger Games. Everyone was grabbing the bottle of rum popo. Talk to us about what makes your rum popo special.
Well, it's just the products that you use, honestly. I use strictly the Dutch Lady condensed, Dutch Lady evap. I also use my Kingston 62, the white rum in there. A little bit of our Badia nutmeg, a little bit of our Badia cinnamon in there, and then of course your eggs.
All right.
You know, well, it looks like you have very well.
Some samples here for us to try. Do you love rum popo, Isani?
Yeah.
All right. Can we try what you have here?
Of course.
Okay. I love a good rum popo. Like, do you meet people that ask for rum popo outside of the Christmas season?
Sometimes you do. Yes, most definitely. Sometimes you do, and all year round.
Only for the Christmas season, though.
Yeah.
That's the idea of rum popo.
Well,
right? But there's sometimes that people do ask outside of that time. They're like, you know what? I just feel for a little bit of Christmas and
June.
And they give me a call and I'm there.
Yeah. Well, this is my challenge that I presented to Monique, guys. We need a dairy-free rum popo. Please.
Wow.
I'll figure it out.
Rum popo with soy milk?
We will come up with something, with coconut milk, with anything.
If it takes me and Sabrina in a kitchen together trying to figure this out, we will be there.
You don't need a kitchen for that, you need a science lab.
No, how about this, guys? Let's do a dairy-free rum popo. And maybe even a sugar-free, like something like, I don't know, like stevia for the diabetics, like let's...
Actually, I did have someone come up to me and ask me about...
Don't invite me to that party.
No, you're coming.
Don't send me a complimentary
We want
bottle.
it on the day that Isani is hosting so that he could be converted. Well, cheers, Isani. Let's have our rum popo for the morning.
Mild?
Yeah.
Mild?
Mild, this is good.
There, like I said,
my taste buds are firing at 1,000.
There's how to say, you have people that would like a lot of liquor in their rum popo.
Yes.
And there's also some people that don't want that much
so this is
alcohol in their rum popo as well. So you have, like I said, you do have to have that perfect balance as well, even when it comes to your rum popo.
I love the ones that creep up on you. I don't like them when you're drinking it and it's burning your chest going down.
Oh yes, very much. That's like I said, that's the one that has that, like, you know.
Yeah.
You're not
serious
taste
kick.
it. Yeah, you're not taste it when you first sip it, but after a while it kicks.
Because I taste the alcohol.
You have to take a seat, right?
Yes.
But you said it's mild. For me, this is strong.
This is mad. Remember, my taste buds are different.
It hasn't creeped up this yet.
Exactly. Well, this is fantastic, Monique. Again, this is just some of the items that we can get if we reach out to you and purchase your pastries. Are you known for any other pastries?
I also do brownies.
Okay.
So that's as far as I go for now. And then occasionally during the Easter, I know I would do like the bread and the bun as well. So those as well.
And how can we reach out to you if we would like to purchase? Is it too late to order our black cake?
No, actually, I have a deadline set for orders at the 20th.
Okay.
The 20th. So all the orders go out between the other week, between the 20th and the 24th.
Okay.
And if anyone would like to purchase, just give me, send me a WhatsApp message or call me at 613-0055 and place your orders.
All right, well, this is fantastic. I highly encourage you guys to try the black cake. I've had the black cake and the white cake and the rum popo, and all of them are a hit. I will completely stand behind the black cake because I honestly, someone put a picture of me on a black cake because I love it that much. And rum popo, I love too. So congratulations to you, Monique.
Thank
It's always
you.
a pleasure having you here, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you guys so much for having me as well.
All right, we take our final break now, but when we come back, it's all about those Christmas deals with Digi. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I'm the coordinator of the Benga House of Culture niche. Before the Belize Bank online service, I had to travel to San Ignacio because we don't have a Belize Bank branch in our community. Now with the service, I can conduct my transactions at the office, at the comfort of my home, just anywhere in the world. It has made my life much easier. I would recommend the Belize Bank digital services to everyone and anyone. It gives you back your time, it's highly reliable, it's available 24/7, and it just makes your life easier.
That I know you love them all incandescent light, but they like give off a lot of heat, easy for broke, and use more than 5 times the energy. This year, we going LED, okay? Let it go. Okay, let it go.
Making the change to LED this holiday season can make a big difference in your energy usage. Talk to your family about energy management today. Do a little, conserve a lot. Need help? The BEL 24/7 app has tools to get you on the right track. Download today and let's talk energy management.
I'm connected. Yo.
I'm connected.
We're connected.
Create the perfect broadband bundle that fits your style with Smart Connect. With the Junior Bundle, get 50% off your national calls and up to 6 gigabytes of data at no extra cost. Get postpaid added on for an additional cost of only $25 with the Prime Bundle. Stay connected with unlimited smart-to-smart calls, plus 6,300 megabytes of data and free international minutes. For the family, get the Binge Watchers bundle with Netflix add-on for only $28.13 more. This bundle gives you 4 profiles with unlimited streaming on multiple devices. Visit a showroom near you to sign up and personalize your own bundle combination with Smart Connect. Smart, bringing people together.
Belize, get ready. In Your Kitchen, Belize Edition is bringing you simple, healthy, delicious meals made just for you. Join Chef Ainsley and our team of nutritionists as they show you how to turn local favorites into nutritious, tasty dishes. Plus, discover the amazing health benefits of everyday foods right from your kitchen. Join us every Monday at 7:30 p.m. on Channel 5 for healthier cooking that's easy and fun. Brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness, with support from Taiwan ICDF, making healthy cooking a Belizean tradition.
My name is Kenneth Chiak. I'm in Standard 6 and I'm attending United Evergreen Primary School. Thank you, BEL. This is actually the very first time I decided to try something out. Feels good, really good. I'm cruising down the road with wind rushing through my hair, my favorite song playing on the radio. But suddenly, I hear a loud honk and screeching tires. I look up and see a car swerving into my lane. In that moment, everything changes. I can't return to an hour before and reset time. If only I had followed the little slogan a mile back, eyes on the road, mind on the drive, drive safely to arrive alive, I wouldn't have been here.
I think engaging students in this competition is a great initiative because it gets them to start thinking about safety. It helps them in the critical thinking, and these students are the same students who are going to be our engineers, doctors, specialists. We are most grateful to BEL for the prize money that was won by our student Kenrick Chiak in the competition. That money has been put to good use to buy 10 projectors that we're going to use in the classroom to enhance teaching and learning.
And welcome back. For our fourth and final conversation this morning, we have been joined by Monique Vicente. She is the marketing manager for DigiWallet, and she's here to talk to us about holiday cheers and the big prizes over at DigiWallet. Good morning, Mons.
Good morning,
guys.
And welcome back.
And season's greetings.
So glad to be back on the new set. I think the last time I was here about a month ago, I was still on. So
OIE escapes.
Yeah, so I'm so excited.
I mean, we are equally excited about what's taking place over at Digi.
Yes.
I know that you guys have a lot of cash, a lot of giveaways, a lot of promotions, all taking place simultaneously. Where do we begin when it's always so big?
Let's start from the very beginning, all right? So we'll start from the overarching and then we'll work out our way down.
Okay, let's go.
So we have the overall Full Up Your Wallet campaign. Essentially, we're giving away up to $10,000 a day.
Wow.
For 12 days. We started on Tuesday, but the $1,000 a day starts today.
Wow.
So essentially, there's 6 primary ways to get into that giveaway. You can buy a device at any Digi store. You can make the switch. So if you're coming from any other mobile or broadband provider and you switch over to us, you get an entry. If you sign up for a DigiNet or DigiOne bundle, a postpaid mobile plan, or if you sign up for a DigiWallet, you get an entry.
Wow.
Pay your bill.
By simply doing what you would do on a regular month.
So when you pay your Digi bill in full and on time, every $10 is an entry. So if your bill was like $100, you paid it on time in full, that's 10 entries automatically. Just we're rewarding you for paying your bill on time.
And I mean, these are things that we should be doing anyways on a regular basis. So just for you guys giving back for something that is routine, I think is commendable. When you say $1,000 or $10,000 for the next 12 days, that's $120,000.
And that's just the beginning of it. Like, that's not even encompassing everything that's yet
that's
to
12
come.
winners too.
Yes, that's insane.
Yeah.
And that's just in time for Christmas. I mean, the closing, the last day for those giveaways would be the 24th?
Correct.
Oh my gosh.
So we close out at the 24th at our Regent Street branch. So the last 2 ways to enter is every $10 top up usage. So you put $10 credit on your phone if you're a prepaid user, and you utilize it. So you buy your social media plans, your bundles, whatever. Once you use up $10, that's an automatic entry. And then last but definitely not least, every $10 you spend with DigiWallet. So, for example, we have the basketball game tickets for this evening in the DigiWallet app.
I highly encourage you guys to attend that. I heard, some regular person.
Imagine you buy a ticket for that. That starts at $10 and then $20 for courtside.
So that's two entries.
That's two entries automatically, just for buying your ticket. You buy your $10 top up from DigiWallet. That's an entry. You pay your bill with DigiWallet. You get entry into that overarching campaign, and you also get entered to win. Entered into DigiWallet's Chill and Bill promotion.
And these all happen automatically, right?
Yes. So there's no need to do anything extra. So for the Chill and Bill, all you have to do is pay your bill with DigiWallet. You pay your electricity bill, BEL, BWS, Digi, ANL in Cayo, or Coral Cable in the islands, and you automatically get entered to win $500 at the end of the month.
Wow. I think one of the tricks would be just to ensure that every purchase you make using DigiWallet or even spending with Digi is at least $10.
Right.
Nothing less than $10.
Right. And I mean, you could consider just buying your lunch. Gwen's is definitely one of our main go-tos for lunch at the DigiWallet headquarters.
And iced coffee.
So, and iced coffee at Map Street, brew, baked. You just go, you do your regular purchase, a coffee, a John and cake, your lunch, and you're automatically entering yourself every day for more purchases. And with 1,500 merchant countrywide,
there's a lot to choose
There's
from.
a lot of opportunity. You have
really go
GST,
wrong.
you have the GST free weekends coming up.
Yes.
So imagine you're purchasing with DigiWallet, getting GST free, you're entering that campaign, and then you're still getting the cash back that we offer our customers on weekends. I mean,
how do you know if you won the cash back?
So the cash back is automatic. So once you're a DigiWallet subscriber, our avid users will know that starting on Fridays up to Sunday, your purchase at the first $30, you get an automatic $5 cash back. So that's not anything new, or that's just who we are. That's just part of giving back.
And so if you are so lucky to win $1,000 between now and the 24th, it won't be anything grand. You're just going to see $1,000 in your DigiWallet just added, and it's not from Santa, guys. It's from Digi.
So today our Digi crew is in Placencia. So if you're in the Placencia area, go do a transaction at the store. So we'll be at different locations every day. If you are in the branch that day when we're at that specific location and you do a transaction, you're gonna get a ticket. And at the end of the day, 2 additional winners will win $500.
Wow.
So if you go in Placencia today and you buy your device, you sign up for your plan, you're gonna get a ticket, and at the end of the day, they're gonna call you, and within minutes, your money will be sent to your DigiWallet account.
There we go. Any other promotions within this entire Christmas season taking place?
I mean, okay, let's get to the rest then.
I remember as a
lot.
kid during the Christmas time asking for one device or another and marching to the nearest location, the nearest Digi branch, and my mom saying, this is the budget, pick your item. And that's such a core memory for me. And so when we have you here on the show and you guys here on the show talking about these promotions, especially around this time, it kind of takes me to a sentimental space. Tell us about what's currently on promotion from you guys.
Okay, so we have also our stove raffle. So we're raffling a 30-inch Whirlpool stove on the 20th of December. So just in time for Christmas. We have like 8 days left. It's only 10.
Do some baking and cooking.
So it's $10 per chance. So imagine now you buy your ticket for $10 and then you're spending $10, so you automatically get entered into the overall campaign for the $1,000. You could then take home a stove. Then you could possibly win $1,000.
Wow.
So it's like you're really enhancing your chances, right? And then apart from that, if all the users who send money from one DigiWallet user to another, they're automatically being entered for our send money promotion for the Christmas. So if I send $5 to you or I send $10 to you, you and I will both be entered, and we get a chance to win $50 weekly in December. So on the 16th, the 23rd, and the 30th, we'll be drawing those persons.
Fantastic. There's just so much taking place. It's hard to miss something. It's hard to miss a giveaway or a way that you know, Digi is giving back. Aside from that, do you have from the top of your head an idea of what perhaps the cheapest device is going for?
I believe we have an awesome deal on Samsung devices, starting as low as like $209, if I'm not mistaken. Once you start, and then you get a free social media plan with those. And then we have a lot of other great devices like on the screen. I think we have the Alcatel starting at $109 actually.
What do you mean by a social media plan?
So it's a for persons who are typically prepaid, they would buy a data plan that is social media specific. So it gives them a certain amount of data to utilize with Facebook and Instagram and the social media networks. So that's a social media specific plan. You know, so it allows you to enjoy your social media and it considers the amount of data that requires. Because you remember back in the day, people would be like, they're scrolling through Facebook and their data is just finished.
That used to be me. That used to be me.
You know, that every time a video starts, you're eating it up. So we took that into consideration. We have specific data plans for social media users.
And that's fantastic.
Wow.
Aside from that, I know that there are many other ways that you can take advantage of the Christmas deals. You can purchase the packages that include your TV, phone plans. Let's talk about that.
So the Digi TV, the DigiNet bundles, DigiWallet, great deals, discounted on pretty much everything. And signing up for any one of those services is an entry into the overall campaign. So we're giving you great prices and then giving you an opportunity to win great prizes. So
what has been perhaps the popularity or the subscribership to DigiWallet?
We, Isani, met our goal really early for this fiscal. We hit 35,000 subscribers in October and we're approaching 37 as we close off December. So we have 37,000 Belizeans that have DigiWallet on their phone. And that is inclusive of the students that we signed up from the schools. We have been engaging with the schools. Schools have been reaching out to us.
What are the benefits of having a school take advantage of DigiWallet?
Well, the benefit is more, I think, on the school side. So when you look at the students transacting, they get a DigiWallet, what we call a card, right? It's not, at inception, it's not linked to any phone at that time. So the students are able to take their money to their bursar, put the money on the card, and then at their different bookshops, snack shops, cafeteria, they can just scan and pay. That reduces the time that it takes to provide change, have change. It reduces the amount of money that are at these different, it's a cashless environment. That's what it becomes. And the risk for the school is a bit lower because then they're not so cash intensive. Then the students are able to, because once you're 14 and older, you can have a DigiWallet account. If you're 14 and under, you can have a DigiWallet account. Your parents would just create it for you. It would be a guardian account. But once you have a phone number, you can link your card to your phone number, and then when your parent sends money to your DigiWallet account, once it's been linked, you don't even have to take the money to school anymore. So then you start reducing slowly but surely the amount of money that the students are traveling with, you know, and sometimes, you know, students tend to be the targets, you know, because bullies, you know, the ability to know that your money is safe on your card.
It's harder to take away someone's lunch money now.
And it's harder to get charged the wrong thing, you know, not have change, come back, you can't buy this, you can't buy that. If you run out of money while at school, one text message to your parent, they don't have to leave the office, drive to school, they can just cash in your DigiWallet. once the card has been linked, and you automatically get the money on your card.
Well, that's fantastic. And I mean, for a lot of people who still might not know how to create a DigiWallet account, what do you need to do that?
And I think this might be one of the factors that have been preventing people to turn to DigiWallet. I understand that a lot of people think you have to pay to have a DigiWallet. You have to have money to have a DigiWallet. It's pretty easy. The same way you would download Instagram and sign up for Instagram, it's the same way you download DigiWallet in any Play Store, DigiWallet BZ, and you literally just sign up. So you open it, you select sign up, you put in your information, your name, your address, you take a picture of your social security card, and that's all you have to do.
That's it.
That's it. And then when you open it, you have a zero balance account, and then you can just put money on your card, on your account several ways.
How do you do that?
So you could, there's two ways. So you could do it physically by visiting an agent, and our agents, again, are countrywide. Like we have 88 Totas, all the Digi stores, of course, and you can provide the physical cash and they would put it on your card. Alternatively, you can do online banking.
Okay.
So you could send money from your Atlantic Bank, Belize Bank, Heritage Bank, St. Martin's Credit Union, HRCU, St. Francis Xavier Credit Union. So, you know, you could send money from all those places onto your DigiWallet account.
Is there a fee to make that transfer?
For the banks, yes. So the banks do charge a fee. Atlantic Bank, because of how it's done through the bill pay, there is no fee.
Okay.
Right? And that one tends to be the most instantaneous of cashing in.
Okay.
So there's no delay. For Belize Bank, for the other banks, the standard IFT transfer times apply. Right? So like if you do it in the evening, you're going to see it in the morning, unless they have an option for like execute immediately, then it would take about 15 minutes.
Some people might say, but why do I make that transfer from my bank account to DigiWallet if I don't have the cash? Why don't I just do an online transfer?
Right. Well, two things. In the world of the online transfer, what I've seen happen, and I think we all see it on Belize Buy and Sell, wrong numbers, wrong account numbers. Belize Bank have that 15-digit number.
It's prove costly.
Yeah, so the mistakes that happen there are,
or even the scamming.
Yeah, the scammers. What happens with DigiWallet is that when you pay a merchant, there's a QR code that you literally scan, and when you select, you tap it, it shows you the merchant name. When you press pay merchant, and I'm paying you for my coffee, whatever it is, I get a text message, you get a text message instantly saying, Monique has paid you $15. I get a text message, I have paid Sabrina $15. So there's that security, knowing that all the transactions that occur are safeguarded, they're legit, and there's an SMS notification that comes with it. And then there is a record in your wallet. You could pull up to 3 months of transactions and see your past purchases.
Well, this is excellent. I know that a lot of people will be taking advantage of DigiWallet if they have not as yet. There's so many ways that you can get cash back, that you can win prizes this holiday season, and even outside of that as well. And so we encourage you guys to spend your money using DigiWallet, or simply just make purchases, pay your bill, especially if it's over $10. You get entries into certain raffles. And again, just kudos to you guys for all that you continue to do. It's always an exciting time over at Digi.
It always is.
And I know that this Christmas will be no less.
For sure. So we're excited. We're giving away. And like I said, if you're in Placencia today, be sure to go into the store, do something, get a ticket. We're going to be calling this evening, and then just keep following both our DigiWallet and our Digi pages, our social medias, to see where we're going next, see what we're doing. DigiWallet will be hosting some happy hour pop-ups this weekend.
Ooh, love it.
So just look out for that, but you'll need to be following our social media to get the details.
All right, we will be. Well, that does it for the show, Isani. It's been a great morning, yes?
Certainly has.
We want to say a huge thank you to all of our guests who stopped by and joined us this morning, but a great special thank you to you guys for tuning in with us. It is December 12th, and we have some birthday shout outs. We want to say a huge happy birthday to Kaya Katus. And if you want to really celebrate Kaya's birthday with her, I think you guys should join us at the Belize City Civic Center tonight at 6 p.m. There's going to be a celebrity basketball game, and Kaya is just one of the members that is hosting this event to give back to her community, Albert Division. And also a second happy birthday. Well, a second or a third happy birthday, really. And this one goes to two special ladies in my life. They are my second and third, or my second moms. They are my only maternal aunts. And so a huge happy birthday, or a belated happy birthday, their birthday was yesterday, goes out to my aunts, Martha and Jean. They are twins, guys, and they are literally like stuck to each other at the hips. One lives in the United States and the other lives here in Belize, but since the one that lives in Belize is retired now, she makes a constant effort to stay with her twin sister. There's some type of twin power going on there. But a huge happy birthday to my aunts. They are so special to me, and I wish them all the best. Well, that does it for the show. If you guys are celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you as well. And if you'd like to give a birthday shout out, or if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can send us an email at oye@channel5belize.com. You can also catch us on Facebook at Open Your Eyes BZ, as well as Instagram at OYE Belize. Thank you so much for joining us, and please do us a favor and join us again tomorrow when you open your eyes.
To start your morning right.
Until then, keep your eyes, your mind,
and your hearts open.
Have a wonderful Thursday. Bye.